Hello everybody, welcome to my shack. And nowadays, well, not just nowadays, even back then, I believe people should keep their children always in their side. Like, they should never allow them to leave their side, because as a kid, I did not like life, it seems. I always find myself in life-threatening situations, which I miraculously survived with rare hospital trips. Example, this one time, my family was looking for me. They even tried calling out to me, but I wouldn't respond, so it made their job even harder. I forgot why, but they were looking for me and couldn't find me. They were looking like all over, like spots you'd expect someone to be hiding. But I was hiding in the most obvious place ever, behind the couch, and somehow they did not see me. But when they found me, they were in utter horror, because I was just there, chilling, with my fingers stuck in the electric socket. Like, bro, you're probably asking yourself, how did I not get shocked? I don't know either, but I did not get shocked, bro. This other time, I was at my grandma's house and I was just like exploring around, since I think I was either bored or it was like one of like my first few times being there. Yeah, I was exploring around, and for some reason I decided to put some random plant in my mouth. I don't remember what it looks like. Yeah, but it made my whole mouth hurt. I think it was swollen, it was painful, like breathing, swallowing, just anything you do with your mouth was just generally painful. Yeah, now did I go to the hospital? I don't know. Did I get some medicine? Probably. And did I get shouted at? Probably. Kids, don't put random stuff in your mouth. And lastly, I remember coming home from school and I went straight for the pantry and I started drinking paraffin, aka kerosene, thinking it was water, bro. Like, I was really thirsty. So like, I think I didn't like smell it or like give myself enough time to realize that this was not water, because I've told a bunch of my friends this story, and the most common question is, didn't you realize by the smell, by the taste, like? And I was just like, nope. I just like grabbed that thing and started chugging it. Now, for those who don't know, drinking large amounts of kerosene can put you into a coma, cause convulsions, and may even cause death. I think I passed out or something, because next thing I remember, I was on the helper's back and she was crying, calling someone. It was either my mom or like an ambulance or the hospital. I don't remember who, because after drinking it, I don't remember what happens next. I just remember I woke up on her back. She was crying, thinking I was dead. Maybe after drinking, I just kind of on the floor, and she got worried, carried me, and then I kind of woke up a couple seconds later. Yeah. Which reminds me, because not so long ago, my younger brother had the same incident. Well, he wasn't coming back from school. We were just all doing whatever, and he was like roaming around the house. And because we weren't watching him, he kind of had the same accident where he drank kerosene, but like he was much younger than when I did it. So you could barely ask him any questions on what he was doing. Yeah, so this is another helper, but like she found him on the floor, like coughing and like being barely able to breathe. He was laying down like in a big pool of like kerosene, and she quickly told all of us. And that day I learned that milk actually kind of helps with people who like drink kerosene. Like, it doesn't heal you, it just kind of, I think, stops the effect from being as effective or something like that, but only for a little while, not for that long. I'm not sure of the specifics, but yeah. We then took him to the hospital in a hurry. Luckily, he made it. I think he spent like 1 or 2 days in the hospital, and he was just fine. Yeah, they got it out of his system just in time before it could do any serious damage, and I'm grateful for that. Yeah, in a way, you could say great minds think alike. All jokes aside, I'm really happy that I didn't lose my younger brother. Like, I know I shouldn't joke about it, but like, it's a little bit funny thinking back on it that I did the same thing and now he's repeating my same mistake, because like at the time he wasn't born, so you couldn't say he's like um he saw what I did and decided to do it too. So it's a little bit funny, but I am happy that we didn't lose him. He's still alive, he's okay, he's doing great. Yeah. Which brings me to my last story. Picture this: my mom, dad, and sister all in the kitchen boiling some water from this like really big machine where like you pour like a lot of water in it, and after it gets hot enough you pour it in like a bucket or a basket, and like, you know, after pouring the water in there you use that to bath, you know. Yeah, at the time we didn't have lots of money, so we didn't have a shower or a bathtub, so we just kind of had to like get a basket type thing or whatever they're called. I'll do a little research on that, and you know, you'd use that to bath. Do your own research on how that works. Future Chris here. I've made some discoveries. Sadly, I could not find the water boiler I was talking about, but I did find the basket thing I was talking about. If you're curious, they're actually called plastic basins, and the way I found it was really funny. So in my language we call them baskom. By the way, I speak Sesotho. I'm from the country Lesotho. Yeah, so in my language we call them baskom, and I did not know what to call it in English, since, you know, like, look at the thing, it kind of looks like a bucket, but no, not a bucket, a basket, but like without the like tiny holes, you know. So yeah, the way I found this is I just searched up baskom in English, and Google Translate thought that was Indonesian, and it translated that to basin. I searched that basin and I was just like, wow, this is actually pretty close. And then I was just like, wait, no way. And then I just put plastic basin, and the results it gave me were exactly what I was looking for, which made me laugh. Which makes me wonder which other words are close, because when I went back to the translator I removed the O, and it seems like that's how they actually say it, Bascom. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, but like Google Translate said Bascom is how they say basin in Indonesian, which like made me laugh and got me wondering what other words might be similar in Sesotho and Indonesian. Anyway, back to the video. Yeah, so they were all in the kitchen. Oh, also I'm not talking about a kettle. Yeah, I know what that is. So we were all in the kitchen, and I just pulled up, you know. I think they were all talking to each other, and I climbed up the counter, went to my sister and asked her, yo, can I kiss that? And I was referring to the water boiler, as we're gonna call it for now. And thinking that I'm joking, she said sure. I walked up to it, and lo and behold, I actually kissed it. But it wasn't for that long, since, you know, the thing was hot on the inside and outside. So I recoiled, and knowing that I was gonna hit the ground really hard, like it was stone, knowing that I was gonna hit the ground, I grabbed the boiler trying to save myself, but it, you know, came down with me, and I kind of, you know, on the floor, and the boiler followed along and burned my leg really bad. And that's how I got like these burn marks. I don't remember how painful it was, but from the looks of the mark on my leg, I can imagine it was horrible. It was something else, bro. Yeah, pretty sure everybody was freaking out. Yeah. At this point, I'm sure I've given my parents so many heart attacks with how many times I've put myself in danger, or how I've unintentionally put myself in life-ending situations. But I'm happy I'm still alive to be able to look back at these memories and just laugh at them, you know. It is just really funny. If I'm being honest with you, I legit don't know how I'm still alive, because these aren't the only things that happened. There's more stuff I could talk about, but I'll leave that for like a part 2. Right now I feel like this video is already like crazy enough, you know, in terms of the stuff I've already talked about. So in the future I'll tell you about like more other stuff that has happened to me. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, and goodbye. Be sure to close the door on your way out.